Hello and welcome to the Gers TV for the big European match in Europa League. Ferencvárosi versus Glasgow Rangers, and that's probably the worst pronunciation of them you'll hear tonight. Big match. It's the last chance Rangers have got to have any chance whatsoever of qualification, and even then, I think we're probably too late. No wins in the group stage so far, and only 2 goals. Nowhere near good enough for Rangers. Anyway, we're in Bucharest tonight. There's 1,000 Rangers supporters on the ground, but I think there'll be much more than that because loads have travelled and they look to be fairly enjoying themselves. The best of behaviour and having a great old knees up and a sash bash. So let's hope for their sake and everyone else that we can get a result tonight and get us in a better place and a better position in Europa and get that team winning more games on our trot. Team news just came in and let me go through it for you. It did come in half an hour ago, but I've been waiting. I was trying to get a few fans on, but just shoot the signal, we couldn't get them on. So tonight's team news is Butland in goals, Tavernier, Giga, Fernandez, Migoma, Aarons, Raskin, Barron, Danilo, Gassama, and Miovski. On the bench, Kelly, Sterling, Stewart, Adamson, Curtis, Cameron, Moore, Asgard, and Shermiti. That's not the strongest of benches, but there is a few players in it that could come in. So let me go through that team and you can let me know your thoughts on it as well. Butland, so no-brainer. I did hear some comments today that they would play Kelly and play less like a friendly. Utterly ridiculous. Rangers shouldn't be playing any games in Europe like a friendly. There's money to be made in it. There's European prestige. It's a tournament we've done well in the past and we need to start getting that pride back. We need to try and win every game that we can. Butland had to start tonight. Tavernier, I still say, is our best defender. Will you get 90 minutes out of him? Possibly not. Chiga, Fernandez, currently probably the best partnership we've got there. I do prefer to have Cornelius when he's back, and I think when Sterling is ready, he'll come back into that team as well. However, he's not quite ready yet. Maybe another week or so. Migoma, young lad who's slowly becoming a regular at the left-back position, and I think he's a no-brainer as well. Aarons is a surprise here. Aarons is in the team. I thought he may become one for Tavernier and Migoma, but he's playing from the start. He has been a lot better, I must say, under Danny Rowe than he was under Russell Martin. But who wasn't? With that crock of shite we were watching last start of the season. Raskin, no-brainer again. Probably our best midfielder on his game, and our current best midfielder is Barron, Conor Barron, who I think Raskin and Barron will team up well together. Now, interesting forward line. Danilo, Gassama and Miovski. On Gers TV, I've said for a few weeks now that the best option, I think, is playing one of the strikers regularly for 90 minutes and just, even if they're playing badly, just keep them playing and let them try and play out of the form, the bad form into good form. And that seems to have happened with Miovski. He's playing more regularly now, and he's up front with supply from Gassama, who on his game can supply some really good balls, but he's been really off par recently. Let's hope that changes tonight. That happens, to be fair, that happens with wingers. They can go on for him and off for him. But Danilo up front, the problem I've got with him, I don't think he'll last 90 minutes. When he's on for him, he's a great player, but he's very rarely on for him nowadays. However, what options have you got? Probably the only other option would have been Moore. I certainly wouldn't be playing Asgard. I wouldn't have him anywhere near the team, as well as Shermiti. I wouldn't even have them in the squad. Maybe playing that team just now, the only change I would probably have is where they have Aarons. I'd maybe change that. But the only player I would change it would be Aarons out and Moore in. But they're completely different positions, obviously. You'll probably find that Moore will come on for either Gassama or Danilo at some point. I would say he's the biggest threat in the team. Maybe not 100% fit yet. But I just wish he was an actual signing, but we can't afford to get him. He's a fantastic young player. At the start of the season, struggling with Rangers, but that was quite simple. Struggling because he had a bad manager that didn't know how to play him and didn't know how to use him. And now he's slowly thriving in that Rangers team or squad. We're going to miss him at the end of the season. I actually fancy him to come on tonight and get a goal. And also, I don't know why, but I'm slightly confident that Rangers might actually get a result tonight. Let me just check the details. I'm on my Pat Malone tonight, so slightly different from usual. A couple of comments coming in. And somebody's just coming in there. So Moore's starting to come into form. I would have started him. Well, I agree with that, Hammy. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know why he's no starting. I don't know if he's no fully fit. I really don't understand that. I would rather start him and give him maybe 60 minutes if he's fit enough for that, and then bring him off for the weekend, because the next game's not a Monday. But there might be a reason for it. I really don't understand that. That's the only kind of real move I don't understand. Need a decent start for tonight for Hammy as well. And I've got Chick. How you doing, mate? A regular on the show. And Chick saying, hello, Simon. I would have maybe played Moore from the start, but I think it really makes no odds to a game, to game time, with 2 games a week, especially. Danilo now done. Well, I hope you're wrong with the Danilo comment. However, I'm not far from disagreeing with that. I just don't think, my own opinion is, I think we'll sign him at the end of his career. He's certainly a trier. He gets in about it. I just don't think he's no the class that Rangers need, and he doesn't seem to be a 90-minute man. Although we never play, most of the strike force never seem to play 90 minutes anyway. Hope I'm right with that, Chick, but you can let me know after the game your thoughts on it as well, guys. Any more comments you can let us know as well. I think there's quite a few 100 at least Rangers supporters that don't have tickets. I'm hoping that they get tickets. Home end, away end, they'll do everything they can to get in. I know a few of the Rangers fans that are friends of mine that got tickets for the corporate section as well. So the corporate will be fair busy with Rangers. They'll make plenty of noise. They'll be there to be seen. I just hope that the team can reciprocate the performance from the fans. They're always there. And that's all we really require. If we can get our best and we don't get a win, because make no mistakes, this is a good team. They're doing well and almost qualified for the Champions League. They were very close to qualifying, unlike Rangers, who got pumped by Bruges. Probably for the best, to be fair, when we look back. But this team should have qualified for the Champions League. Never. They're doing well in Europe. And again, Rangers haven't had any victories yet. So here's hoping for tonight that the famous can get a victory. I might be on at half time, and I'm hoping to be on after the game. A few of the lads are talking about coming on. A quick comments came in for Chick here. We'll get. When Danilo got that broken nose, his bottle went. Good looking lad that treasures that. He's done. I think it's a good point. He had to. He played all right when he had the mask on. Same as who was the player a couple of years ago? I forgot his name now. He played on with he had the bandage on his head. Defender, forgot his name. Danilo played all right with the mask on, but as soon as that came off, you're quite right. Chick said that, you're quite right. As soon as he took the mask came off and had to wear it again, he's never been the same player. Is it confidence? I really don't know. But we really need players like that to come to the fore. I fancy a goal tonight from Moore, as I said, and I fancy one from Miovski. I think he's starting to come into form. Gassama, we need him in top form. And the defence, no silly passbacks. No fanning about. If in doubt, get it out. And set pieces. We have a set piece coach in now. Hopefully, that set piece coach has said, after weeks of being there, to Tavernier, here's the first move we're going to do. Somebody else can take the set pieces. That's not a criticism of Tavernier, but he's taking too many and they're pretty shit at times. So hopefully that changes as well. But be tight at the back, tough and organised, and let's see how it goes tonight. And who knows, they might surprise us, guys. They maybe pull off a wee victory. But let's not lose, that's the main thing. Hope everybody's safe and enjoys themselves at the game tonight. I'll leave it at that. I don't have many comments, and I'll try and get on later on. Before I forget, I've also got a special guest doing an interview on Sunday. Ex-Rangers player, ex-Scottish manager, ex-English manager. Quite a big name in football on his day. Big Rangers man. And that'll be revealed on Sunday night when I go live with it. And we've got many more shows to come as well. If you want to be a part of the Gers TV, drop us a wee line. We're always looking for contributors or people that can assist us in any manner or forum. The biggest qualification would be that you are a Blue Nose, one of the chosen few. Guys, have a good night. I'll speak to you later on. Win, lose or draw, always remember, we are the people.